What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Corey and I'm a violinist and I'm so excited to have you here. We're going to talk today about 3 habits of successful violinists. And by successful, I'm not necessarily meaning like they're the pros and they're Ray Chen, like just a successful violinist who is enjoying what they do, who loves their craft and plays beautifully. Okay, also literally as soon as I started filming this, the landscapers came. So if you hear them in the background, we're just gonna ignore it. So the first thing is the distinction between playing the violin versus practicing your violin. In my 30 years of playing, there have been so many ebbs and flows where I want to practice and I don't want to practice and I'm loving it and I'm hating it, and I cannot tell you all the emotions I have gone through in all those years. And the one thing that always brings me back to the violin is when I go, I just want to play today. I don't care about practicing my scales or my finger drops or my Mozart. I just want to play my violin, and I'll pick it up and I'll play whatever my heart is feeling like that day. Okay, you get it. If you've not heard of this study of the 100-hour rule, it's actually crazy. So, you know how we used to think it took 10,000 hours to become a professional? Well, it's come out recently that it only takes 100 hours to be in the top 5% of performers. That's pretty crazy. 100 hours taken down to 1 year, and if you take 100 hours and you divide it between the year, that's 16 minutes a day. That's it. Landscapers, they're like right outside my window. So you can do it for 16 minutes a day, and every single day it doesn't have to be you practicing and practicing. Some days it's literally just taking your violin out and playing for the love of it. But what I also find though is when I take out my violin and I go, I'm just gonna play today, a lot of times I'll start playing my scales, and then before I know it, I'm practicing my finger drops and my vibrato, and now I'm playing Mozart. So just take your violin out and play. Don't always pressure yourself with having to practice. Also, hey, if you have not subscribed yet, you definitely should, and join our little violin community. Okay, my second tip is to listen. Listen to your piece. Listen to what song you're playing and listen to it a ton. Not just once or twice. Listen to it as many times as you possibly, put it on repeat. Make it one of those things you're sick of hearing it. This is going to help you so much with not only learning 10 times faster, literally 10 times faster, but just becoming a better musician, because you're used to listening to kind of how your instrument sounds and the technicality of that player that you're listening to, and also the phrasing and the musicality they bring to it. And now you can not only take a little bit glean from them, but also glean from others and whoever else you're listening to, and just become a really awesome, well-rounded musician. And if you listen to a piece and you know how it sounds, you're gonna love it 10 times more. Also, just to give it more props, so I was in college and my violin professor asked me at one class very specifically to practice this specific part in the piece, and it was this whole section I needed to learn that I still just did not even have it at all. And that week was crazy for me. I got so many assignments and everything, and it was just concerts and everything nonstop, and I didn't get to practice at all. And I was going into my lesson and I was oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me. But that week, you know what I did? I didn't get to practice, but I listened to it. Every single time I went anywhere, whatever I was doing, I had it playing in the background, constantly. Sometimes I'd turn it up, I'd sing along, whatever. Whatever you decide to do with your piece. But I got to my lesson and I played, and he was like, Corey, that was amazing. You just played it so perfectly. Great job practicing this week. And in my head, I'm dude, I didn't even practice. I didn't even touch this piece. Oh my gosh, how am I playing it perfectly? And the only answer I had was that I listened to it 100,000 times. And so I could play it because I could hear it. Go listen to your pieces. And the last and the final thing is to play with friends. Find a community of people who play instruments. Join your local community orchestra if you have one. Google it, just see if it's there. I know here in San Diego, we have an incredible orchestra that's for all ages. If you're an adult, from beginner to advanced, just all the different things. And it's the best to play with other people. Not only does it make you a better musician because it's helping you to sight read better and to read music better and to understand how music works between different parts. It's the best thing ever. Not only that, I am such like an extroverted person, and it kind of helps me to know that I'm gonna have to play with people, and so I will practice more because I know that on Tuesday or whatever I have orchestra practice. So I will practice more throughout the week for that. And people can encourage you, and you're encouraging your friends, and it's the best to create a community. Also, it's a great way to start making money because you make friends and now you're playing at weddings and gigs and all the things. Well, you guys, those are my tips. Thank you for listening to this video through my landscapers. I'm gonna put here, I don't know which side it's on, my how to practice video, so you can watch that in case you're needing help with how to practice. Bye.